14th senior class of Joseph S. Clark Preparatory High School. Principal Coleman, teachers, parents, alumni, and friends. This is only the beginning.
Dee-1 has his eye on the prize and is positioning himself to become hip-hop's next great superstar. And the battle continues. The David Augustine story.
That bio was way too long. Goodness. We're gonna have to shorten that. Talking to my manager, we're gonna have to shorten that. Good morning. And thank you, little brother. I appreciate that wonderful introduction. You did a great job. Everybody repeat after me. Yesterday is done. Tomorrow hasn't come. So win today. Win today. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to congratulate all of the graduates first and foremost. Make some noise like you have never made before. Right. Let me tell y'all something. Every single day is amazing to me. Every single day. Because we wake up and we have a new opportunity to prove people wrong and to make history. And everyone sitting out here with a hat on who's graduating, that's why I wore my hat. I wish I could have had one of y'all, but I wore one because I wanted to feel like y'all today. You know why? Because all of y'all were underdogs and y'all made it. Y'all were underdogs and y'all made it. Straight up. But I want to tell you something. As we celebrate this today, let's get something clear. Do not let graduating high school be the only major accomplishment you have in life. Alright? Because I believe in y'all too much. Y'all have too much potential, and God has a calling on each one of y'all lives. So don't let this be the only major thing you accomplish. Make some noise for that one more time. Now there's 5 things I want to talk to y'all about, and then we're going to get on with the ceremony. Number 1, as you move on past graduation, expect adversity. Expect adversity. It's not about what you're going to go through in life. It's about how you're going to bounce back from it and how you're going to deal with it. Everyone on this stage, from Dee-1 to Mr. Coleman, to each teacher up here, we've all gone through adversity in high school, in college, post-college, in childhood. We've had traumatic experiences, but everyone has dealt with it in such a way to where we keep moving forward. And now when you see us, we aren't defined by the trials we went through, we're defined by the trials we overcame. So remember that, expect adversity. There's some people in here today who didn't think y'all were gonna make it. Y'all know that, right? No. There's some people in this room right now who didn't think y'all were gonna make it. But they still came to the graduation because it's like, dang, how in the world he still made it? I definitely, man, y'all must not hear me. There's some people on this stage right now. There's some people in this room who are like, why is Dee-1 speaking at the graduation? He's a rapper. What does he have to say? He can't motivate the kids. And there's people who will show up at your graduation who didn't believe in you. But guess what? It's not about the people who doubted you. It's about you, because this is your life. So make sure, I'm speaking to the 48 graduates right now. Let me tell y'all a long story. You can't please everybody. The end. That's the story. You can't please everybody. Straight up. But seriously though, y'all, a quick story about me is, I'm a rapper, I'm from New Orleans. I'm a college graduate from LSU. And a lot of people said, Dee-1, the type of music you do, this won't really work. It's cool and it's nice that you're a positive young man, but this won't work. I heard this the whole time from everybody who works at the radio station, most of the DJs, a lot of people though. My biggest fan was my grandma. That was my #1 fan, always held me down. And still holds me down to this day. She got t-shirts that she wears to the grocery store that have my cell phone number on the back from when I first started rapping. I'm like, Mama, you can't wear that one no more. Like, we'll never pass that. But with that being said, Through the years, y'all, I knew that I had a purpose and a calling on my life, and I also knew that I had talent, that none of these haters gave me this talent. So the talent that you have, no one who's doubting you gave you this talent or gave you this vision. So that's what I want you to know, because as they said in that long bio, now I've gone on to, yes, I did graduate from college, but I also made a decision after teaching middle school for a couple of years that I want to take a chance at doing this music full time and see if I could reach thousands or even millions of people. And a couple years later, I just signed a big national record deal with RCA, one of the biggest labels in the world. Doing it my way though. Doing it my way. That's right, didn't have to change, didn't have to start cursing in my music. Didn't have to start talking about murder and drugs and guns and killing people and all this stuff. Didn't have to do that and made it. Right here from New Orleans, y'all. So if I could do it, I know that everyone out here can do whatever they want to do. But be careful. Because when people talk about dreams, in order to be dreaming, what do you have to be doing? Sleeping. And if you're sleeping, you can't be working. So instead of having dreams, I call it having mission vision. Because to have vision implies that you have to have sight. And to have sight, you can't be asleep, you have to be what? Awake. And when you're awake, then you can get your butt to work. So make sure you got mission vision and don't just say, I'm just dreaming. A lot of people got dreams, y'all. And they sleep every day, every day, every day. And next thing you know, they wake up 50, 60, 70 years old. Like, what did I do with my life? But that's not going to be the class of 2014. Make some noise for that. So point number one is expect adversity. Point number two, have a plan. To take the road to success, you gotta have GPS. Straight up. If I'm driving in Pineville, Louisiana, which I've never been to, I better have my GPS on, or I'm gonna get lost. I might end up in Beaumont, Texas. Straight up. So if you want to be successful, you have to have a plan for that. You have to have your GPS on. GPS, and I'm not talking about on the phone. GPS standing for guidance, planning, and strategy. You have to have a plan for whatever you want to do in life. And when things happen in life to throw your plan off, that's cool. You can adjust from it, but you still know what the end goal is. No one is successful on accident. How many of y'all just lollygagged all year and woke up and you had a cap and gown on? Raise your hand. Who did? You alive. You alive. So 3 people said they did. Now 45 other people raise your hand who know that you had to work for this. You had to work for this. Straight up. You had to work for this. And saying that school, you know, school isn't important. Whether it's high school, college, trade school. A lot of people thought he was advocating that. Let me tell you what Kanye West told MTV a couple of years ago. Not many people know this, and I quote. He said, when I dropped out of school, I had worked in the music industry and had checks, big checks, cut in my name already. And I had a record deal on the table. So Kanye already had a plan. He already had a plan that I'm not just gonna drop out of school because and just hope and wish and dream that things work out for me. He actually had a plan. So regardless of what your path is, y'all, if I never become a platinum artist, you know what they can't take from me? They can't take my education. They can't take my college degree from me. They can't take this beautiful mind that God gave me. And don't get it twisted, my father, David Augustine Sr., never set foot on a college campus a day in his life. But he's a successful welder and been working it every day, Lord willing. Thankfully to the Lord, when I was able to come home, we had food on the table. He was able to come to all my baseball and basketball games. He had to wake up at 4 o'clock every morning and wouldn't get off till about 6 in the evening. But he had a mind, he had a plan, and he was able to take care of his family. So regardless of what your plan is, make sure you have a plan for being successful. We got 48 graduates. I'm sure we have 48 different passions. Everybody's plan is going to be different. It's crazy when you keep in touch with your fellow classmates as you get older, and you're like, dang, I never knew you were an artist. Dang, I never knew you were interested in, you know, animals, to be a vet possibly. I never knew you wanted to be a barber. I never knew you wanted to be a plumber or be a doctor or a lawyer. For me, I never rapped in high school. So when people look at me, they're like, man, we didn't even know you were in the music. Everyone is going to take a different path, but just make sure that success is the ultimate plan. So that's number 2. Have a plan. Number 3, shut up and grind. Everybody say, shut up and grind. Shut up and grind. That's the name of one of my songs. Because it's that real, y'all. Whatever you work hard at, you're going to become great at it in life. I see some people, they can send a text message so fast that I'm like, how do your fingers even move that fast to be able to send a text that quick? Like, the text I send them barely has gone through and I'm getting one right back. That's because they work at that. They text all day. That's all they do. You got some people, you would think they were master photographers because they post so many pictures on Instagram that they have become great at it. So it should show you. Think about the books that Miss Dennis had y'all read that at first y'all were like, man, what is this book? I can't even pronounce the title. But by the end of the book, how many of y'all had an understanding for what they were talking about in that book? How many of y'all could break that down and critically think about that and analyze that exactly? Because whatever you work hard at, you're going to become great at it. And people in life don't care about your excuses. They're not going to care. They're going to say, you know what, you're going through whatever you're going through, but so am I. So I don't want to hear the excuses. But y'all don't have excuses because y'all made it. Y'all made it here today, and I'm proud of each and every one of y'all. So number 3 is definitely to shut up and grind. Number 4, and this is probably one of the most important out of all 5. Number 4, watch your circle. Watch your, oh my gosh, I could talk, let me see. I could talk forever about this one. Watch your circle. Y'all, I know you have your people who you want to make it with you and who you want to be able to enjoy success with you. But just because you want them, if you want it for them more than they want it for themselves, you might have to leave them behind. And they might have to catch you somewhere else later in life. Straight up. Quick story. When I went to LSU, and I'm not going to say any names, but my boy who I played high school basketball with, this brother was one of my best friends. We went to LSU, we were roommates together. One of my best friends. All of a sudden, we get to LSU, to college. Like, man, we finished with high school. We left those ways in the past. Now we didn't graduate and we're going on to bigger and better things. This dude waits until we get to college to start selling drugs out of our dorm room. To start packing a gun, having this just on the dresser in our dorm room. To start selling pills, have all this going on, all this illegal activity, all this craziness in our dorm room. So I could have stayed there and said, man, that's my boy. I played basketball with him. He was the point guard, I was the shooting guard. Come on, man, I gotta be loyal to him, right? I ain't keeping it real if I don't stay loyal to him. It's not true. I came home, it was bothering my spirit. That's that conscience that we all have. It was bothering me. I said, Mom, I said, such and such, you know him, he done slept over here a bunch of times, you know him, my roommate. This is the kind of stuff he doing up at school, and something just don't feel right. What should I do? She looked at me. She said, you already know what to do. I don't have to tell you, I raised you better than that. You know what to do. You got a plan, you got a goal, and being involved or being around that is not going to take you any closer to your goal. And what I had to do was I went back to school and I did something real simple. I requested a room change, right? So they took me, they said, okay, cool. I made a, I don't know why I told them I was requesting a change, but I went from room 810, room 803 to room 310. 1 week after I switched rooms, y'all, guess what I hear? Man, the police done busted in your old dorm room, man. They done got you, boy. He gone to jail, kicked him off campus. He got all kind of fines to pay. And if I would have been in that room, even though I wasn't doing any of that, guess who would have got arrested and kicked off campus and everything too? Your boy Dee-1, straight up. You gotta know when to cut people off if they're not on the same path that you're on, as much as you want to see them succeed. The NBA playoffs going on right now. You gotta know your teammates from your opposition, right? LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh. They know they can pass the ball to each other. Why? Because they're shooting at the same goals. Who's shooting at the same goals you are in life? They're not gonna pass the ball to Paul George or to Roy Hibbert because they're shooting at different goals. Think about that. If somebody's not shooting at the same goals as you in life, they're not your teammate, they're your opposition. So make sure you watch your circle, please. Make some noise for that, please. And I'm gonna tell y'all this, you can't be afraid to stand alone sometimes. My nickname is the one-man army. Because when nobody but God and my grandma believed in me, I had to stand alone. And I had to keep making the music that I knew I believed in my heart. And look how it's been paying off for me. Look at all the tours and that old long bio my man read. We really got to short that bio. But look at all the tours I've been blessed to be on. My new music video, I put it out last week. It's on Revolt TV right now. He did his new TV network. It's about to go to MTV. All this great stuff happening, but I had to not be afraid to stand alone sometimes. How many of y'all had to stand alone at a certain point in this journey to graduate? How many of y'all had to stand alone sometimes? Yep. I'm not shy. Don't think this is going to be the last time you have to do that. But it all paid off today. It all paid off because for the rest of your life, you will graduate in the class of 2014 from Joseph S. Clark Senior High School. Believe that. Another thing, this is the last thing about your circle, and this is important, y'all. I just realized this like 6 months ago about life. You got 3 elements to your circle. You got 3 parts to your circle. This is for the adults, but this is especially for the graduates. 3 elements to your circle. Number 1, you got the people below you. You were put here to inspire those people. Your little brother, your little sister, your little cousin, the people who you know look up to you. You were put here for a reason to be an inspiration to them. So they're part of your circle. You were put here to inspire them. Number 2, the people on the same level as you, your classmates, your friends, who you're currently cool with. You were here to conspire with them. Conspire means you all are making plans together to be successful. Y'all are conspiring about what your future is going to look like. Y'all are conspiring about how to take over the world. Y'all are conspiring about how to go from nothing to something and help your family. And the third part of your circle that everyone needs, you got the people you inspire, the people you conspire with, and the people who you aspire to be like. That's mentors. That's people you can look up to. That's people who can pour into you. If you the one motivating people all the time, you're gonna get exhausted and you're gonna be like, man, I can't even give the rest of this speech because I'm just so tired because I've been working all day, thinking all day. No, but when you got people who you can aspire to be like, who motivate you, and who can pour into you, that's what keeps that juice going. How many of y'all got good mentors you feel like you could look up to? Yeah? That's not enough hands, but I'm glad y'all being honest. All the older people in the room need to take note of that. Because this is some of y'all kids who didn't raise their hand. So we all gotta have people who we can look up to. And trust me, y'all, there's a lot of people in this room who do want to see y'all win. So graduates, y'all be quiet for a second. If you want to see these 48 graduates win their life, you make some noise like you never made before. There's a lot of people really rooting for y'all. Y'all mind if I rap something real quick? Can I rap? Is that like against graduation rules? I know I already wore a hat, they're probably like, oh, look at him, I'm with a hat on that. It's my graduation hat. All right, look, this is something new. I said, I love everybody. I don't like most of them. The main ones you gotta watch be close to you. Black people, we tore up from the floor. Backstabbing, conniving, and plotting. We need to grow up. Every rapper talking about taking somebody's girl. Everything on TV over-sexualized. Man, I really hate this word. Black people robbing black people. Black people killing more black people. These are facts, people. Looking at my own people, wonder if they plot. Smile so bright, heart so rotten. Pick you apart like cotton. We knew slaves hanging ourselves minus the noose. Oops, I'm signed, but still speaking the truth. I got to. That's what I do. And number 5, before I get out of here, y'all, we went through first four. I said, number one, expect adversity. Number two, have a plan for success. Number three, shut up and grind. Number four, watch your circle and have the three elements to your circle. People you inspire, people you conspire with, and people you aspire to be like. They smart. Y'all need to be some high school graduates, man. Y'all so smart. And rule number 5, y'all, I can't stress it enough, you gotta keep God first. That's rule number 5, y'all. It's not cliche, it's real life. Man, the older I get, I realize how true that is. I don't want you to be one of those people who has professional success, but personally you're a mess. I travel all around this country with artists who, you name them, I've probably been on tour with them or got their cell phone number in my phone. And I see all these people with a bunch of money, with a bunch of fame, a bunch of all this stuff, but personally, y'all, they're not grounded. They don't have any foundation. It's very selfish, their success, because personally they are a mess. And I don't want you to be like that, because there's a sense of peace. I went to Ghana when I was in high school. With a group from New Orleans, I went to Ghana, and that changed my life, because I saw the people in Africa have this inner peace about themselves. To where we talk about, man, I'm from the projects, man, and I'm from the San Bernard, and I'm from Calio and Magnolia. Man, look, that ain't nothing compared to how it is over there. Nothing. But these people have this inner peace and this inner happiness that's priceless. And it's because they know that they don't put their value in material wealth. They don't put it in a gold watch. They don't put it in a new J's that's about to drop. You know? They don't do that. And they're happy without that stuff. So therefore, if and when you do attain those things in life, it's like it's cool, but it don't define you. You know? Like I said, like we can keep it real. I'm a college graduate, I taught, I'm good with my money, I signed a major label record deal. I'm not hurting, I'm not broke, y'all. But I stay driving that 1998 Honda Accord outside. You hear me? So I always stay humble. I promise you. I don't have to drive that thing no more, I don't. And it's parked right on the corner, so I want y'all to come see it. I might take a picture of it, just in case y'all don't believe me. But that's why I do it, because I keep God first. As long as every day what I'm doing is making God smile, I don't care what the person at the red light think about, man, ain't that Dee-1, look what he's driving. Yeah, look what I'm driving. But look at this smile on the inside of my heart. Because I'm truly happy. And that's what I want for y'all. I'm not up here to sell you a dream and tell you how to become a millionaire, because I don't know. I'm not up here to do that, but I'm up here to tell you that you can and will win that life by applying these 5 principles. So last but not least, to the 2014 graduates of Joseph S. Clark High School, it's your time to go out there and show the world what you're made of. Ready, set, ready, set, ready, set. I love y'all and God bless. Thank you.
You are truly a Bulldog one-line man.
I have 2014 graduates from all high school. She rapping, I'm proud of her.
Jamisa Johnson.
Yeah, Dawn just graduated. She just graduated. So go Tigers. We just successfully completed Joseph S. Clark Preparatory High School graduation 2014. How y'all feel?
Great speech, fabulous commencement address related to the students. It was on their level. It was entertaining for adults, everyone in there.
It was so relevant.
And so, yes,
What they need to hear.
that's what they need to hear. And we need to know that everything everything in your speech is what we've been trying to teach them over 18 years as teachers. Because we have our students, well actually 14 years that they're in school. They start at pre-kindergarten, and everything you said is what we have tried to instill in them. And sometimes they need to hear it from an outside source that's closer to their age and is more hip than we are. Because let's face it, we're unhip.
Right? Now you y'all got a cell phone y'all can get one on?
You can send it to you. Hey, you can give me your cell number by sending it to you. Yeah. That's a brand. That's a brand to get the... Oh my gosh. That's good. Oh my God.
By looking at it. That's right, and that's why you want to know something true, and I'm glad the camera on. I do this on purpose. Like I'm like, you know what? Because I want people to be up there like, what in the world? And then I open my mouth, and then you hear like, oh, God got a calling on that boy. That boy's intelligent. Just because it's like these kids, I'm knowing that that's what they faced against wherever they go. Is people looking like, oh, you from New Orleans, or you this, or you that. No, they don't have to judge the content of your character.